Recording is on.
Okay, recording is on. So nice to meet you, to have you here. Um,
Nice to meet you too, and thank you for inviting me for this interview.
okay, you're also welcome. So please tell me, since you're a little child, what, if you can
Yeah.
tell us, please, your spiritual path? What happened since then?
My spiritual path. I'd say as a child, I was full of fantasy. Like I really loved fairy tales, and I think that ever since I was little, I loved to be alone. I loved playing and drawing. And I think that growing up, I lost a little bit of that because I'm um, I'm an Asian woman, and I was raised in a very strict family.
Mhm.
My parents had very strict rules for me, being the fact that I am the eldest of the family and I'm also a girl. So my parents raised me very strictly, and I wanted to please them. So I did everything I had to become the perfect daughter for them. And I had to set aside everything that I loved. I used to love drawing, singing, and I had to become serious, you know? And
Yes.
so I, yes, and so I went studying for bioengineers. So I went into science, and I really had to force myself mentally to become scientific and to leave everything that is intuition, that is fantasy. I had to push it aside. And for a couple of years, I felt very unhappy. But I thought, well, if I continue, everything is going to be all right. If I continue, everything is going to be all right. And I was on the right path. But I felt very, very unhappy. I One day my boss walked in my office and he was proposing me a really good deal, and I didn't understand why I wasn't excited or happy about that. Um, but my body was screaming, "No, no, run for your life! Turn around and run for your life!" And for the very first time, felt a connection again with my body. Like my body was screaming, every cell in my body was saying, "This is dangerous. Don't do this." And since that moment, I have tried understanding myself better because I had everything on the list that was supposed to make me happy, but I wasn't. And so I try to understand, okay, where is this unhappiness coming from? Why am I reacting like this? And I had to rediscover from the beginning again who I was, what my dream was. I didn't know what it was because I had put aside everything that made me May, and I had to become the person that my parents wanted me to be. So I was really surprised by the fact that I didn't know what I wanted in life. And so in 2019, um, 13 years after I met my then boyfriend, I was in a relationship for 13 years, and he was really not the right person for me. And when we broke up, I started to discover the law of attraction, and it absolutely brought me a lot of, how do you say it, relief. It brought me a lot of relief because after my ex and I were separated, I met someone new, and this guy was absolutely the opposite. And he confronted me with feelings that that really were conflicting to me. I didn't understand why I gave myself entirely, but he didn't fall in love with me. I wasn't in love with him, but it really bothered me that he didn't have feelings for me. So I kind of dug deeper into that story, and I realized that when I was little, my mother told me that if anybody would know me the way that I am, that people will never love me, that no one will ever love me. And so I started to uncover little by little, peeling the layers off of the person that I was made into to find myself again. Um, and I started the journey asking myself, okay, what do I want to do with my life? What career path do I want? What type of partner do I want? And it was only until I discovered human design that I really had an answer to why I was a certain way, that I understood my design. And for me, that was truly magical. Yeah.
Okay, but is this strange? Can you explain little by little, if it's possible, what is human design? Because who designed you? You design yourself. It was your mother who designed you. It was God who designs.
So I think that, so I'll first explain what human design is.
Yes, please,
Human
very
design is
carefully.
actually
Okay, thank you.
human design is actually a system that combines the Western astrology with the Chinese I Ching, with the Kabbalah, with the chakra centers. And so when you give me your date of birth, birth time, and birthplace, we can calculate actually the human design, and it generates a body graph. So you get a graph with a human body and with 9 chakra centers. And depending on how it is colored and how it is connected with each other, I can see how your design is, how your energy type is, how you function, how you react with other people. So, to answer your question, who designed us? Um, we all came from the same source, right? And when we came here to this planet, we decided, okay, I want to come to this world and I want to experience life. And so your design is based on the moment that you came on this planet. Um, so human design is calculated from the moment 3 months before you were born, and then on the moment that you were born. And this gives your body graph. It gives you actually the design of who you are consciously and of who you are unconsciously, how your body is made up,
Okay, so
if
there is
that makes sense.
nine chakras. Okay, there is nine
Yes,
chakras,
there are 9 chakras.
and there is
Yes.
a relation with these nine chakras between them.
Yeah. Yes. So you have, the 7 chakra systems of
Ayurveda,
India, right?
Ayurveda medicine is something related with Ayurveda medicine. Chinese and Indian medicine, traditional.
And I think everything is connected with each other, but when we look at the 9 chakra centers, each center is connected to a certain body part. So you have the first center, that is the head center.
Okay.
So that's how you open up for the spirituality. Then you have the ajna center, which is your insight, how you think, how you are designed to think. Then we have the throat chakra, how you came here to express yourself, to do things, to take action. Then we have the heart chakra, what are your values, how you connect with others. Then we have the sacral center. The sacral center is your life force. Then we have the solar plexus. The solar plexus is your emotional center. And we have then the splenic center, which governs your fears. You also have the G center, which is very specific in human design as well. The center defines your direction in life, how you how you go to places, why you want to go to places. And then you have the root center, which defines your how you perceive stress, how your drive to evolve in life.
Okay. And how you relate human design with powerful manifestation? How you relate
How
that?
I relate with powerful manifestation. Well, when you look on the internet and you learn about manifestation, you see so many different
Exactly.
techniques, right?
So many types of
So
manifestations.
many. And it works for certain people, and for certain people it doesn't. And for certain people it works to be super specific, and for certain people it works better to stay more vague, and to be more in the
Okay.
feeling, right?
So I have an
And
insight
so
now. So for any given person, there is only specific type of manifestation that works with that specific person.
I think that it depends entirely on how your human design is made, on who you are.
Okay. Okay.
And if you are someone who functions better with visualization, because you have an open mind and you like to visualize things, then visualization will work really well for you. But if you have a defined ajna center and you are over analyzing all the time, then visualizing will not work for you, because you don't believe what you are visualizing, so it doesn't work.
Mhm.
And so you don't find pleasure in visualizing, because you think that's not possible, how is that going to happen? So you're way too logical in your mind, and so you have to focus on something else. You have to focus on feeling, for example. And so for each person, it becomes really different what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Some people really like writing, um, writing out their wishes and what they want to achieve. Some people prefer affirmations or meditations. And so it's really interesting to look at your human design and to see, okay, what works for you, and how are you going to manifest your dream life. Now, where human design will really help you as well, it is to help you take off the layers of conditioning, of what society has taught you. Sometimes we are trying to manifest things because we are manifesting from a point of view of what others told us to have, not from what we desire truly. And if you don't manifest, or if you don't try manifesting from what you desire in life, you will encounter things that you didn't expect, and you think life is working against you.
Mhm.
But life is bringing you situations so that you are confronted with things, so that you can learn something about yourself and learn something about your desire. And so you can fine tune your manifestation. And that is absolutely really interesting to look at.
So human design helps. I'm finding my best possible way of manifestation. Yes.
Yes, and it can absolutely also help you to become the best version of yourself, to uncover what are your blind spots, what are your shadows, what is holding you back. Because as long as you don't know what your shadows are, you will not see your manifestations coming. You are manifesting all the time, right? You are
Yes.
all the time manifesting something, and it's coming your way. ex- ex- Except that sometimes you manifest things that you don't want to manifest, but maybe it was meant to happen.
Oh,
Probably
I
it was
see. I
meant
see.
so that you see.
So you
Yes.
are telling me that humans are capable of unconsciously manifestation. You know what I mean? They are
Yes,
manifestation without
absolutely.
having consciousness what they are thinking, or what they are wishing. It's a subconscious
Yes.
manifestation. Is that?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, I
I
see.
think that it's very powerful, and I will always say this to someone who comes to me, to my clients who come to me and they say that they want to manifest something. I always say that even though you think you know what you desire, the universe knows even better what you desire. And sometimes it brings you something so that you learn from it, so that you are capable of actually receiving what you truly want.
Okay. So can you give a small example? For example, if I give my sign and my ascendant, you can do a little design for me. For example, I am a Gemini with Sun
Um,
ascendant.
I am not I'm not really good at calculating that, but I can. What I do is I use a program
Hmm.
to calculate your human design
Okay.
chart. Do you have your birth date and time and place? And I will calculate it for you.
Yes, I have.
All right.
So you want my birth date?
Yes, please.
Okay, 29 of May
29
of
of
May
May. Okay.
of 1973.
9, 1973. Okay. Your hour of birth?
11:40 a.m. 40
11:40
a.m.
a.m.
Mhm.
Okay. And the place?
It was Lisbon, Portugal.
Lisbon. All right. Let's view your chart. Okay. I have your profile here. What would you like to know?
Uh, it's true that I am very communicative, or no?
Are you very communicative or no? Yes, you speak from your emotions.
Yes, from the heart. Yes.
Yes, from I'd say in human design you wouldn't say from the heart. It's from the solar plexus.
Solar
It's
plexus.
from yes, it is. You feel something and it comes out.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever you are feeling, it comes immediately out. Um, you may plan to say what you think. You may plan everything beforehand, but then at the last minute, it is your feelings that are speaking. You don't have control over it, and you're like, ah, where did this come from?
Yes, it's true. It's very true. Okay, so yes, it's true. Nothing more to say.
Absolutely. You also have a so you have an emotional authority. This means that you are someone who has ups and downs of emotions
Yes. Hmm.
regularly,
Hmm.
and you are a deep feeler. You are someone who can feel very deeply in every given situation, and this gives you a lot of depth. You understand people on a very deep emotional level. But it also comes with the challenge that it's a little bit difficult sometimes to make decisions because you have to wait until your feelings are a little bit stabilized before you can make a decision.
Exactly. Perfect. Exactly.
Yes. um, Let me see what else I see here. So you are what we call a manifesting generator. You you have to react to the things in life. So you're not someone who should be initiating things.
Hmm.
You have to allow opportunities to come to you.
Hmm.
And when you feel the satisfaction, you feel a huge amount of energy, then you know, ah, this is the right
Okay.
decision for me. And when you have found that this is the right decision, you have energy all the way. And then you are super efficient. You get things done. You do your projects. You are going forward, and it's amazing. Um, but when you are not aligned, you feel frustrated.
Exactly.
And this frustration is building up, and you explode. You can explode, or it has to come out. But from the moment it is out, you are okay again, but you have to be able to express it, right?
Exactly. Perfect.
Yes. And your energy is very inviting. People like to be around you. People like to be around manifesting generators because you give other people energy. When you have energy and are enthusiastic, everybody wants to work with you. They
Exactly.
also want to work, and they feel it's like a ooey gooey energy, and that is beautiful. You are also someone who has a defined root center, and it's very well defined. This means that you have a huge drive to evolve in life. You have a huge drive to move forward, to get things done. You almost feel stressed all the time, but it's a good stress. But you feel the pressure all the time to get things done, to do things.
Yes.
And and it's not easy to navigate that because you have your emotions and you cannot make decisions like that. You have to feel in, but then you have this pressure, come on, come on, you have to go.
Exactly.
And
Perfect.
then
Exactly.
you have,
But I have to feel
yes,
first.
and then
I
you
have to
have,
feel.
yes, but then you have your emotions that are saying, no, I don't know yet, it's not the right moment.
Perfect.
And so the way for you to deal with that stress is to do sports, is to move,
Perfect.
it's to
To run, do
walk,
jogging, running,
to
walking.
yes, absolutely. You also have a defined spleen. This means that you have certain fears that come up, but you are also very intuitive and instinctive. So when you hear somebody talk, you're able to feel immediately, I can trust you or I can't. Like
Perfect.
you would be able to hear it on the phone even.
Perfect. Perfect. I feel the energy of the environment. Yes. Perfect.
Yes, absolutely. That's that. But sometimes what happens is that because you have these centers defined, people could feel stressed around you. They feel like you're putting pressure on them. And sometimes it's good for you to say, hey, I'm just saying, I'm just asking, is this already done? No pressure. I'm just asking
Yes.
so that they know I'm not pressuring you, because otherwise they will think, oh my God, he's putting pressure on me. This is not going. And sometimes they also project their fears onto you. So when you talk about your projects with people, it happens that they will reflect all of their fears onto you, like your own fears. They will reflect it back, like, are you sure that's a good decision? What are you going to do if this happens? What are you going to do when this happens? So that's a lot of reflection of fears onto you. And what also happens is because you are sending out emotions, you have a lot of emotions, sometimes people will act very emotional with you,
Okay.
maybe out of the blue, but actually you are designed this way so that you get reflected back, hey, you are feeling certain negative emotions or certain positive emotions. Be mindful of that. And you also have a defined ego center, which is a heart center. You have very strong values. You
Okay.
have really, really strong and beautiful values and principles in life. And you're a fighter.
Yes. 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 I am.
You don't, yes, you don't want to be defined in any way. It's like, no, You struggle is actually good for you. You struggling is moving you forward. That's what gives you the energy. That's what makes you grow, and you navigate it beautifully well if you don't stay stuck in it.
Exactly.
So as long as you keep moving, it's beautiful for you. What do we have here as well? So you have three centers that are not defined. That would be the G center, the Ajna center, and the head center. So with the G center not defined, it's sometimes difficult for you to know what direction in life to take. And
Hmm.
you're like me. I also don't have a defined center.
Exactly.
And so what happens is you look at people and you think, oh my God, they are so good at this, they are so good at that, they are so good at that. Oh, they have so many special things. And you are someone who will pick up a hobby and then be all into it. And then a couple of months later, you're like, oh, okay, I'm bored again. I need something
Exactly.
else.
You read my mind. Perfect. Perfect. We are. I don't know. Yes, it's perfect. Perfect description. Perfect.
Indeed. But you know, your most beautiful feature, the beautiful thing about having a undefined G center is that when you give a compliment, it's beautiful. People feel touched when you give a compliment
It's truly.
because
It's
you
true.
see them
Hmm.
deeply. Yeah. And you will not be someone who will discover new places. Usually, people bring you there. Usually, you like to go to the same places where you know that you're going to feel good.
Yes.
And I'm the same. So we are made to get to know new people, and they bring us to new places. And when this new place is amazing and we love it, then this means that these people are the right people for us. If they bring us to places where we think, that's not my thing, maybe those people aren't meant to be in your soul team, I'd say.
Yes. Hmm.
Um, you are super open minded.
True. Very true. True.
And sometimes people with this type of open mind um, are all over the place. So you think very quickly from one thing to another. You adapt super fast. And sometimes it happens that when you have an undefined head center, Ashna center, you're scared that people are going to perceive you as dumb. And
Okay.
so
Hmm.
sometimes we become very, very stubborn, holding on to certain ideas because we don't want to lose ourselves. We don't want people to think, oh, they're going to think we're stupid because I'm changing my mind again.
Hmm.
But
Yes.
we are meant to be very flexible.
Yes. Very flexible.
Um, yes, you're very flexible, and that's also your gift, right? You are able to, you know,
Navigate.
have new
Navigate what?
ideas,
Yes.
adapt new things, make new connections. And that's a very beautiful trait, right? You are also someone with an undefined head center. This means that you get inspired by everything around you, by everything, everyone. And it gets you inspired and all
Perfect.
riled
Yes.
up.
Yes.
But sometimes it also makes you doubt yourself more.
Hmm.
So when you're alone, everything is fine. You feel good. You feel okay. And then you meet certain people and then you start doubting yourself. Um, is this going to work out?
Hmm.
And then you start doubting and then you start thinking so much. But otherwise, normally when you're all alone, your head is free. You're very open-minded, you're very free spirit. But around certain people you have to pay attention. Okay, I have to protect myself because some people make you really anxious and really make you start thinking a lot. Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
And so you have a defined throat center. This means that when you speak, people listen. Like when you talk, when you speak, you have a way of explaining things that people, when they are part of the group of people who follow you, they will like hearing and learning from you.
Hmm.
That's the gift of having a defined throat. You are also someone who loves to dive deep into a hobby.
Hmm.
When you do something, you like to go all the way.
Yes,
You
yes.
like to
Mhm.
learn deeper, you like to explore deeper. So yeah, you have that gate of how do you say it, talent. um let's look at here. You have a five, a 3 5. Okay, so in your life, it's important for you to have a lot of variation. If you do a job, it has to be different things. It
Yes,
can't be one boring thing because otherwise it's going to drive you mad.
exactly. Perfect, perfect.
Yes, but that's also your strength, right? Because you get to play different roles. You like to be the manager, you like to be the sound guy, you like to be this, you like to be that, and you love exploring new positions. You love having different things to do. That's pretty much like the job thing.
Hmm.
Yes. And so you are also very much into details, right?
It depends. Yes.
Depends. Okay, let me check here. Um so when you want to feel stable, when you're not feeling good, it is important for you to use your voice. It could be affirmations, it could be singing, it could be speaking out loud, it could be speaking in public, telling people your truth. And it makes you feel stable, it makes you feel stronger in your
Yes.
body.
Hmm.
Hmm. You're the great life experimenter because you have a 3 5 profile.
3 5. Oh my God! The number five is is with me since I know the number five. 3 5.
Yes. You are meant to make impact on this world. With when you have a 5 in your profile, it's very important for you to make impact. And the more impact you make, the more stable and rooted you feel in your body.
Okay.
And so saying your truth, that is truly important. And so when we get back to what works for you when you manifest, manifestation will work good for you in a way that um, when you allow yourself to discover new places, when you allow yourself to learn things,
Hmm.
um, when you respect the feeling of, when you are frustrated, you're not on the right path. So with human design, you get a non-self theme and a theme of alignment. When you are aligned, when you are doing things that feel satisfying to you, you know you're on the right path. You know you're manifesting whatever you want to manifest.
Hmm.
But whenever you are feeling frustrated, you are not seeing something. You are not setting your boundaries. You are not you are not choosing your path. And that tells you, okay, I am not manifesting correctly right now. This
Okay.
is this is going to make me be confronted with something that I don't want to be confronted with. Let me look at your incarnation cross. This is always interesting. So with human design, you get to see what your incarnation cross is.
Okay.
And the incarnation cross, I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Never, never. Please
Um,
explain. Please explain.
yeah, so the incarnation cross in human design says what you came to do here in this world.
Oh, my mission. My mission.
Yes, your mission. Do you have an idea what your mission is in this world?
I think maybe communication. No, I don't know.
Okay, let me check it here. Um, I'm opening up my file to see because in this incarnation cross, you see four gates. These are four traits where I can possibly see what the four prime gifts are that you have, but I will also see what your prime shadows are.
Okay.
So if you recognize those shadows very quickly, you can pivot
Hmm.
and and express your gifts.
Okay.
And if you are not expressing these gifts, then you will express these shadows. But once you express these gifts, things will open up for you, and then you will start manifesting the things that you want in life. Of course, the things that you truly want, not the things that you think think you want.
Okay. Okay. I know what you mean.
9, 16, 37, 40. 9, 16, 37, 40. All right, let's have a look at your beautiful profile here. Okay, so you have the first two shadows, the first two things that you might be confronted with when you are not aligned is either sometimes you're stubborn maybe and you don't want to move beyond a situation
Yes,
because you
stubborn.
hold on to
Mhm.
certain things.
Perfect.
Is that something familiar to you?
Yeah, stubbornness. Stubbornness.
Yes. um okay, it's sometimes because you don't want to see the truth for what it is. You are not designed to be stubborn. You are designed to see things in a very broad way, and you have to use it on yourself as well sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself, why am I holding on to this idea? Why do I think it keeps me safe, right?
Yes.
um yes, and with this reluctance, with this stubbornness also comes you feeling like a victim, or you feeling like the world is against
Yes.
me, like I
Yes.
can't do anything.
Hmm.
The world is the government is being difficult, the people around me are being difficult, and I don't have a choice here.
Hmm.
And so you hold on to this stubbornness, you hold on to being feeling like a victim, and so you are not able to express your manifestation. So you have to recognize it, right?
Right.
Like, okay, I am being stubborn right now, and I am being feeling like a victim right now.
Hmm.
What can I do to get out of this? What am I holding on to? Why am I holding on to it? What is there to learn?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And once you get past that, you gain access to your true gift, which is the gift of determination.
Determination.
You, yes, you have, when you have strong intentions, you can move great things. You can bring great joy to your life just by being of service to others, because that's what ultimately you like to do.
Hmm.
And the thing is, you are someone who is made to do repetitive acts. You like to, when you found something that you love, You like doing it over and over and over again.
Exactly. Okay. It's a bad thing or no? It's
And
attachment? It's attachment, no?
no, it's not an
Okay,
attachment, it's
okay, okay.
actually a gift.
It's a gift? It's a gift?
It's actually a gift, yes, because not everybody has this. Not everybody could do repetitive actions, but when you are able to do that, you can become a huge expert. You can
Okay.
become so efficient that nobody else can do it better than you,
Okay.
right?
Oh no, I know. I see what
And
I mean.
that,
Yes, I see. I see it. I see it now.
yes, that's a beautiful gift, and that brings joy to other people, and it brings you joy to you because it gives you a lot of satisfaction.
Hmm.
You have a beautiful, brilliant eye for detail, obviously, in the things that interest you, not in
Yes.
the things that don't interest you.
Perfect. Yes.
And you are very good at communicating complex things. Like you
Yes.
can,
True. True.
yes. So that is your true gift. This is your brand even. This is what you came to do. Like this is your strongest feature. Like you have that in combination with the fact that you like to do different roles, you like to play
Yes.
different roles in the company,
Yes. True.
and the fact that you get to do things very
Hmm.
repetitively in a very efficient manner. And so because you do it so much, you have so much insight that you are so good at explaining them and communicating them, right? You know the process through and through. That's a wonderful part of that. That is what you came here to do.
Okay.
Now, the most important thing here is that your challenge in life always comes down to each time you manifest a new level, you're upgrading yourself, right?
Hmm.
You will encounter challenges
Yes.
because that's how it works. Because when you're jumping from one level to the next, you have to encounter a
Yes.
boss, right?
Yes.
That's the case in every video game. And your boss is making you feel like a victim each time over and over again, and you get have to get past that,
Yes. It's true. It's true.
because when you get past that you will see how versatile you are.
Yes. It's true. It's true.
Your gift is not only being good at repetitive things and when like doing things over and over again, you're also extremely good at linking things.
Exactly.
Like,
Perfect. Linking the dots. Linking the dots.
yes, absolutely. Like, for example, have you ever seen the movie Karate Kid?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And you know when the sensei says, "Yo, you have to make this cleaning emotion,"
Hmm.
right? The cleaning motion. And you're like, okay, I'm so good at cleaning now. I'm so good at cleaning.
Yes.
And then the versatility comes, and then like, you're the fighter now because you know how to fight,
Yes.
because you know that movement. And that's the versatility. That's your gift because you do the other thing continuously. You start connecting the dots with other activities as well. And this makes you extremely talented at many different
Hmm.
things.
Exactly. Hmm.
Yes, wonderful. Now, unconsciously, you also have two shadows. You are either over sentimental or cruel.
Over sentimental.
Like,
Yes. Over sentimental.
yes,
Yes.
you are afraid of being weak.
Hmm.
You are afraid of appearing of being very weak, and this makes you less authentic than how you could be because you are ruled by your emotions more than by your values. You're
Okay.
more afraid, you're more feeling into things, and you're like all over the place with your
Yeah.
emotions, and you're not holding on to what you truly find important, your intentions, your heart. um, you are able to speak beautiful things without actually meaning it when you are hiding behind your fears.
Not so much now.
No.
I'm leaving the
Oh,
I'm
that's
leaving that I'm leaving that that shadow because I'm doing my shadow work.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm cleaning
absolutely.
my shadows.
Yes. Well, the thing is with shadows is that whenever we overcome them, we think that, hey, the work is done.
Yes.
Good job on me. Now I can move forward to the dream life of mine. And then you go on to the next level and you get confronted with the same shadow all over again, but packaged in a different form. And you're like,
Exactly.
what the hell?
Perfect.
Yes. So the shadow of yeah, being sentimental. But when you recognize this about yourself, you just need to ask yourself, why am I being so over sentimental? Where is this coming from? Why am I behaving like this?
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
Um, the thing is that when you are working out this, when you get over this fear of being weak,
Hmm.
of being considered to be weak, you're afraid of being weak, right? When you get over this fear, you are able to nurture others emotionally and financially because
Yes.
you love community, you love your family, you love your friends, and you are the glue to hold everyone together, which is basically why you started this Sinergias
Yes.
Holisticas,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This is you, right?
Yes.
You are someone when you are not afraid of being weak, you are someone who treats others with so much respect and you expect the same in return.
Hmm.
You want to give recognition and you want recognition from others. And generally, you are someone who needs a lot of touch. You like hugs, you like to pat on the
Hmm.
back, you like to handshake, cuddle, everything that
Nice
is
words.
physical, that
Nice
is
words.
yes. And you're very loyal.
Yes. True. That's the true. Very true.
And because of that, because of these values you hold in your heart, it is very important for you that every time you make a deal with someone, this deal is clear. It is like, okay, what do I get back? What do I give? And it has to be someone you're able to trust because you're a very social person and you will always include strangers. You will give them everyone a sense of belonging,
Hmm.
which is
Yes.
also why you reached out to me, right?
Yes.
And there is also the fact that you also enjoy sharing meals with others. You
Hmm.
love eating and
Yes.
you love sharing a good meal with people.
And I love give.
All right.
I love give gifts to others. The surprise that
Oh, yes,
you know.
yes, absolutely. And when you do so, you will radiate. You will feel
Hmm.
healthy.
Yes.
But when you are in this fear of, oh my God, I'm afraid of being weak right now,
Hmm.
you will feel physically weak.
Yes.
You will physically drain yourself.
Hmm.
And then onto the true purpose of your life. Let's look at the shadow of the purpose of your
Okay.
life. You're either very, very, very angry,
Or
or wait, no, oh, here, or you lack boundaries.
true.
You
You
fall victim to manipulation by others because you don't stand up for yourself enough.
perfect. Yes, true. I'm working on that. I have not enough boundaries. Perfect. Perfect.
You have not enough boundaries.
Exactly.
Okay. Um, yes, that's something a lot of people could identify with, right? Um, but it's because you've been denying your own needs since you were a child and you are able to give yourself entirely to someone else or to a cause
Hmm.
or to a group,
Yes. Perfect.
and it will eventually completely drain you.
Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Completely drained. Yes.
Yes, the thing is, if you don't set your boundaries, or if If you're afraid to set boundaries, it's also because you're afraid people will push you away.
Hmm.
You are afraid that people won't love you anymore or that they will be angry. So that's the basis of why we don't dare to set our boundaries.
Yes. Hmm.
But the downside to that is that it makes it hard for you to trust people when they are doing something out of the good of their heart.
Yes. Hmm.
If someone tries to give you something and you're like, okay, what's behind that? What am I going to have to give back? Because
Hmm.
otherwise I have to set the score straight, right?
Yes.
And this is something that I recognize really well as myself as well. um, Setting boundaries is so incredibly difficult, especially when you care, when you love people, when
Hmm.
you love the community.
Yes.
And I I'm actually going to post a video. Is it tonight or in a couple of days? Maybe it's tonight. Um, and the video is about how to set boundaries in a loving way. Um,
Nice video. I
and
will watch it because it's very difficult to
yeah,
put boundaries without hurting others. Yes.
well, the thing is, if you are you can't please everybody, right?
Yeah. Right. Right.
And if you try please a person, it will never be enough. Don't you
Exactly.
feel like it's never enough? It's like you're giving so much and you think like, "Hey, I give so much already." And they're like, "Oh, that's it. I need more." And you're like, "I don't have anything more to give. I'll die." Um
Perfect.
and the hack here is that you actually just have to tune in with yourself, like, how do I want to show up?
Hmm.
Like, for example, a friend is trying to take your time and he's like, no, no, you haven't spent time with me in a couple of weeks now. You're being a bad friend. I need you to spend time with me. I'm going through a rough patch right now and I need you. And you have a whole lot of meetings scheduled and you really don't have time, and you are torn apart because you don't want to set your meetings aside, and on the other hand you want to be there for your friend, and your friend really asks you, I need you to come here and spend 2 hours time with me. But sometimes what it means for you to be a good friend is really, hey, I don't have time to come, but how about I call you later on and let's talk for a little bit. I have half an hour time, but I really want to hear you and see how it goes with you. And for you, it feels like, okay, that feels energetically good to me. I feel like, oof, I have time to breathe. And at the same time, I can give him love. I
Yes.
can
Hmm.
give him, my friend, the love that he needs without going there, without moving all my meetings away, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So, so yes, that's something that we need to work on, right? On
Yes.
setting these boundaries. But from the moment that you align your willpower with your purpose, you suddenly have a huge amount of energy. Like you could move mountains.
Hmm.
This is what you came here to do. It is to come and set clear boundaries so that you can say yes to the things that are truly important to you. Because if you say yes to all of these things that you don't want to say yes to, you can't say yes to the things that truly matter to you.
Hmm.
And when you say yes that truly matter to you, you move mountains. You move mountains, Nuno. That's what you came here to do.
Okay.
Moving mountains.
Moving mountains. Okay.
And
Hmm.
yes, at the same time, it's important for you to be alone from time to time.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
yes, you
Sometimes
need it, and you
I
have to
need it.
respect that.
Hmm.
And you can't expect others to respect your space. You have to respect your space.
Hmm.
So you have to plan it and you have to say, I already have a meeting. You don't say it's with yourself, but you already have a meeting. But here, these are your four most beautiful qualities. And when you align with these four talents and qualities, so I've given you your four shadows, right?
Yes. Hmm.
When you are tuning into those shadows, you are not moving in the right direction, but you have to pay attention to the shadows. You have to acknowledge, okay, I see you, you're there. Let's look at you. And then when you do that, you are able to express so much of your four beautiful talents, and that is what is lighting you straight to what makes you happy and live a blissful life and manifest the things that you truly desire.
Hmm. Yes.
And you're not meant to fixate what you will manifest, not you, because you don't know in front where you want to go.
No,
You never know.
I never know.
You just have to follow.
There is no
And
limits.
then,
There is no limits. You know.
yes, yes, no limits. And then you follow, and then suddenly opportunities come to you, and you're like, yes, I got this. Okay, now I can step into my different roles, and I'm going to do my repetitive things, and I will do this for you because I'm super efficient. And then you get into that energy. That is where you that is where you express your strength. That is where you get versatile, and you get to express all of these different talents, and then you can link everything together. And this is how you support your community. This is how you find the strength to move forward to support your community,
Yeah.
because that's what you came here to do.
Mhm.
You live for your community, right?
Yes. Like, very nice. Okay. So full today. It was a very full day for me. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it
how
was a
people
bit
can
long.
enjoy your work, how they can find you. I will put the description, but
Yes.
can have you any site that you can tell us?
I have an Instagram account, and I do have a website. I will send it to you.
Okay,
Um,
I will put on the link description the video.
oh, that's wonderful. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes, I
much.
will. And thank you so much for having me and for this nice work of human design that I didn't know.
You're so much welcome. Thank you
And
so much for giving me this opportunity.
yes, and your work is amazing because we never talked before, as our listeners must know. We never talked before. We never meet each other after this video. So this was
Indeed.
not pre-planned. This real time, real time human design map, human
Indeed.
design made on time, just on time. So, and I think maybe 100% is true for now what you say. And thank you
That's
so much.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome. If you have any questions, always let me know, and we can discuss it further.
Okay. So nice, so nice, so beautiful energy. I feel it, the energy, the energy
Oh, thank you.
of the
Yeah,
image.
I could talk about this forever.
I
So
know, I know that. Okay, so very nice. And so thank you for amazing work today. Amazing work. Perfect, perfect.
thank you. Thank you
Thank-
so much.
Bye
Thank
for
you for
now.
the opportunity.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.